Hey folks, it's Billy DKY, the truth seeker that simplifies and demystifies. This is going to be my top 5 tweets of the week review. February 14th, 2010, Valentine's Day. Okay. Tweet number 1, the greatest gift is free. And this is sort of a follow-up on 2 weeks ago, the top 5 tweets. Basically, it's like this. Everything is energy. Everything. I'm energy, this air is energy, this internet's energy, everything. The laws of physics are energy. Everything is energy. And that's not just some idle claim for some pontificating philosopher. I actually see it with my own mind and perceive it with my senses. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking data in from my 5 senses, and then I'm collecting that and then using my spirit to sort through it all, and you can just see the pattern. It's there. So, what I said, the greatest gift is free. So what it is, so this is all energy, and what happens is when you get over yourself, you're not indulging in pleasure, it just flows into you naturally. That's the real gift. Don't confuse it. Don't think it's about money or this or that. So anyway, okay. Next top tweet, the ego has a hard time doing something that looks like nothing. And again, you see people running around all day long, everywhere you go, rushing around, all they're doing. And again, this energy is flowing into you. And when you're rushing around, it's hard to describe because it's hard to get a real physical model of it. But it's like you're squeezing the essence out of yourself. That energy I call essence. You're squeezing it out of yourself. You're doing it to yourself, and you don't even realize that you're losing the most precious gift, because you don't really perceive it. And if you could perceive it, you wouldn't lose it. And that's what I say a lot of times, that people they see what they're getting, but they don't see what they're losing. So therefore, they're not really too concerned with what they're losing, because they don't know it until they've already got their ass in a lot of trouble. It's sort of like a drug addict, start taking drugs and oh, this is all fun. They see only the highs they're getting, but they don't see what they're losing, because it may be happening subtly. You like if you look at an alcoholic, they all of a sudden they lose everything, and so anyway. Next tweet: spiritual gobbledygook is something to work through, not to cling to. And you see this all the time, especially in Christianity. They cling to that book, and most of it's just spiritual gobbledygook. And you see it too with mystics and, I don't know, some of these fancy yoga people and this and that. I'll be honest with you about stuff that makes me sick. If what you're doing, if your spirituality don't eventually boil down to common sense, guess what? You're a little screwed up. You're stuck and stupid. And you need to get over it. It's fine to dip down in the spirit, in the mysticism and all the fascinations and all that, but eventually you need to come to terms with what's really going on and make sense of it, and come back to just plain old good old common sense. So notice on my following the way of growth, notice it all boils down to growth. That's pretty common sense. Those 9 principles, I was talking to somebody and said, Billy, I hate to tell you this, buddy, but those 9 principles are really common sense. My dad sort of taught those to me as a kid. And I was like, I started to think about it. I was like, I know I made it easy for you, but damn, you don't have to make it seem like it's worthless. Then I started really thinking about it. And I realized he really didn't get it, all the stuff I had in there, as deep as it was. And so that's why I need to make a book and take what he's already been taught from his dad, and then expand on it and show him there's even more than he even realizes is there. And plus, it also made me realize that yes, it is common sense, and that's beautiful that I boiled it down to common sense. That's the brilliance of it. If you remember several weeks ago when I said simply stupid, and then eventually gets over to simply amazing. That's what the path's about. That's what following the way of growth is about. It's simply amazing because it's so simple. It ain't nothing stupid in it. Everything I've said, those 9 principles, you've heard before. You've heard of growth before. It ain't nothing new, but I'm giving it a whole new clarity, just like an artist would take a flower and blow it up and make you look at it and see all the details and the beauty of it. And you're like, holy crap, that's so much more beautiful than I realized. And that's what I'm doing with these 9 principles. I'm blowing it up, and I'm helping you see the essence of life. I'm helping you see how to grow effectively. And again, all those 9 principles, they're all simple. They've been said before by different people. And obviously they've been said before because there's words for them, you know what I mean? So people already sort of vaguely have an understanding. But I'm putting them together in such a way to help you see it's all meshed together right. You know what I'm saying? So and again, that's what happens in science. When they figure something out, they take something that's extremely complicated and make it simple, you know? So that's enough on that one. Okay. Got a drink here. Okay. Tweet number 4, a tree. And again, I'm going to bring up a tree and I want to point out the beauty. The tree has so much to teach you. And I ain't talking about scientifically. I'm saying just by watching a tree and seeing how it does what it does and and apply wisdom to it. Okay. A tree reaches for the stars while growing deeper roots. And see, this is why people get in trouble in Hollywood. They just start reaching for the stars and they don't care about digging deeper roots to support the foundation, you know, all the stuff above ground. So again, if you're going to, you should always be trying to grow deeper roots and grow bigger in the world. And it may include fame. But if your roots are solid, fame's not going to be a burden. I mean, it's just another thing to work through if you use baby steps like I've been preaching forever and a day. It's just another step. But when you're seeking stardom just for the sake of stardom, you're gonna abandon these roots and you don't care what you have to give up. You're gonna screw everything up. So again, a tree reaches for the stars while growing deeper roots. So you should be reaching for the stars. You should be reaching to be the most famous person you can be. But baby steps is how you should be doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's when you get in trouble when you leave the baby steps. And this was the next tweet of the week. This world does not support criminal activity. Why? Because the universe is about growing. And somebody done a little criminal activity around here, and I was helping solve the mystery, and we was working through it, and I started realizing, you know what? The universe really doesn't support criminal activity, because when you do something criminal, everybody teams up against you to figure you out, and it puts you in put you in jail or this or that, and I started looking. I was like, why is that? And I started questioning again. Principle 5, question everything. I was like, why is that? And I'm like, the universe is trying to grow, and criminal activity is really a self-centered activity where it's just meism. I'm thinking only about me, and that's really not in the progress of growth. And I just love it when you really get it, man. Everything just pieces together. It's like a beautiful puzzle. You know, this path to me has been like a puzzle that you bought that didn't have a picture on the front. You empty all the pieces out, and you put in all. And I had all the pieces, and then all of a sudden it just becomes clearer and clearer with each piece that you put in. And that's where with each understanding, I understand it makes the bigger picture clearer what's going on. And notice also when you're doing the opposite of criminal activity, doing stuff like I'm doing, you're going to have people trying to help you do it because they don't even have a choice. It's part of the universe. The universe is really in control here, or God, or whatever, essence, Allah, whatever you want to call it. And so I just thought that was really interesting. It's just more, it's little things like that on a day-to-day basis that just increases my confidence. And that's why I say you'll never know anything with absolute certainty. But with each day that you follow this path of growing, you start getting little evidence to support you in what you're thinking. You're like, yes, that's why it works. And it's just so simple. And your model of life in your head is just like how life really works. It's starting to get really solid, and it produces real results. And it's just, once you start doing it, it's just like, my confidence is not going to be broken in it, because I know. And I know why I know. So anyway, folks, that's all I really have to say. And I guess that's really all I have to say. So I think I'm back, folks, and but I think what's happened is I got a little overextended, and I just need to recoup. Got a little burnout and need to let go of a few things. And anyway, till the next video, folks. Later.